Welcome to Upari Gaming. Today I'm gonna do finally upcoming season of the Worm Cult Prologue quest. And the quest should be over here. Quest starters. Yes, this one. Okay, let's see where I have to go. Ah, Devil's Watch. Well, I don't have to go here, but I'm gonna go.
I think I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
Master Merrick, where are you? Friend, your timely arrival gives me hope that the sands of disaster can finally be turned. The Fighters Guild is under assault. 4 guild halls have already fallen, and now Guild Master Merrick has disappeared. We need to find him before all is lost.
Who attacked our guild halls?
No one has claimed credit for the attacks, and evidence has been lacking. It makes no sense. Still, I expect more and more attacks at any time. Without Master Merrick, our guild could fall. It's our biggest crisis since the plane meld.
What do you mean? Merrick has disappeared.
Just that. I was supposed to meet him here, but he never arrived. Most of the guild is securing the remaining halls, but with you here, we can track down the guild master and stop these attacks. The guild needs you, comrade. Will you answer the call?
I mean, let's find Guildmaster Merrick and stop the attacks on Fighters Guild.
I've received conflicting reports from trusted guild scouts. Merrick has supposedly been sighted in Malabal Tor, northern Alakir Desert, and East March. Obviously, he can't be everywhere. Choose a location to investigate and meet the scout there.
I'm ready to go look for Guildmaster Merrick.
Merrick is many things, but mage is not one of them. I trust the scouts, but he could not be in 3 distant places at the same time. I need you to make your best guess. Pick a location and see if you can find our missing guildmaster.
Okay. I guess I go with this. It's obvious that you are worried about Merrick. I'll do whatever I can to help to find him.
I appreciate that. With Merrick missing, I need to coordinate the defense of the guild halls, analyze scouting reports, and try to learn more about our attackers. Just know the compensation we offer is fair and equitable. Your aid will be rewarded.
Describe the report from East March.
A guild scout says Merrick was spotted outside Windhelm, a place of snow and ice, and Merrick hates the cold. Still, if some clue pointed here, he wouldn't let a little weather stop him. Do you think Merrick searches for our enemy in East March?
Tell me about the report from Alikir Desert.
Both Merrick and I know the desert well, but I have no idea why he would go there. Still, a guild scout claims to have spotted him in Sentinel's outskirts. If you decide this is the spot, I suggest you search for him among the cliffs there.
What do the reports from Malabal Tor say?
A guild scout talked to hunters who said they spotted Merrick near Volkwasten. That area contains many nooks and crannies among the rocks to hide in, and Daedra roamed the vicinity as well. Do you think Merrick could be searching there?
Describe blah blah blah.
A guild scout says Merrick was spotted
Yeah.
outside Windhelm, a place of snow and ice, and Merrick hates the cold. Still, if some clue pointed here, he wouldn't let a little weather stop him. Do you think Merrick searches for our enemy in Eastmarch?
It's as good a place to look as any. I'll go search in East March.
Weemy is a fast and faithful mount. She can get you to the location quickly. I'll send word to the Guild Scout. They'll meet you and help you search for Merrick. Then they can get word back to me while I follow up with the other reports. Good luck.
I have some questions about the situation.
I would be surprised if you didn't, comrade. What can I tell you, bearing in mind that our understanding of the facts is incomplete at best?
What else do you know about Guildhall attacks?
Devastatingly brutal affairs. And thorough. Not a single survivor. And we only found the remains of guild members. The attackers must take their dead, or they strike so fast that no one can react. But how were they able to get past the defenses?
What do you mean?
Guild halls are well defended. They're filled with some of the best fighters in all of Tamriel. Assaults at the entrances would create damage, but there's no evidence of such. It's like they walked right in and suddenly attacked from deep inside.
How could that happen?
Guildmaster Merrick and I were trying to figure that out. I can only assume that he discovered something and followed after it, which is why he isn't here. Something so urgent, he could leave no note. We need to find Merrick and get some answers.
I met Merrick after I joined the Fighters Guild.
As I understand it, he hasn't changed much since becoming Guildmaster. I know he has mixed feelings about how he got the position, but he's been a shining example for the Guild. There's no one I'd rather serve, no one I'd rather learn from.
And now Merrick is missing.
We were following up on the attacks, but not getting very far. He sent me to file a report with the Guild. Then I was supposed to meet him here. He never arrived. When I informed the Guild of the situation, the scouting reports started coming in.
What are you doing in Fighters Guild, Prince Asa?
After the events in the Alakir Desert and the Plain Meld crisis, my father, King Faharajad, thought I should learn more about the wider world. Preparation for one day ruling in his stead, I suppose. So I joined the Fighters Guild.
Why the Fighters Guild?
They fought well during the Plain Meld crisis, and they do not take sides in the ongoing Alliance War. Where better to hone my skills and learn about the world? Guildmaster Merrick took me under his wing. He is like a second father to me.
Sounds like you care about Guildmaster.
I respect Guildmaster Merrick and care about all my guild comrades. Merrick is a hard taskmaster, but he is fair and honorable. He's taught me many and many things. It did not feel right to leave him, but he gave me a task and I had to complete it.
Yes. So, let's use Wimmy.
Hey, the prince sent you? Let's talk.
Sir?
That little princess I'll never mentioned he was sending you to meet me. How the tusk have you been, pal? And no, hold that thought. We got work to do.
You are the scout that sent the report to Prince Asa about spotting Guildmaster Merrick.
Guild scout, bruiser, and general pain in the arse. At least that's what Merrick calls me. While most of the guilds settled in to defend the remaining guild halls, I volunteered to stay in the field.
So what's the situation here?
I was looking into the attacks on the Fighters Guild when word reached me that the little prince had lost our guildmaster. When I heard rumors that someone who matched Merrick's description was in the area, I sent my report and started to investigate.
And what have you find out?
Trappers warming themselves in a Windhelm tavern claimed to see someone who looked like Merrick out this way. Said he was intense, like a man on a mission. I got this far and decided to wait for you. The trail leads east, so that's where we're going.
I see you are still punching everything that makes you even slightest bit annoyed, Scordo.
Nothing wrong with that. It's healthy even. I met a healer once who said that bottling up your emotions gives you worms. Or was it dark humors? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I hit him when he tried to put a swamp jelly on my head.
Do you have anything interesting since the last time we ran into each other?
Oh, you know, a little of this, a bit of that. Mostly been working with the Fighters Guild. Merrick's a good leader, and there's always something to fight. It's in the name, after all. But these attacks... Someone's definitely out to destroy the guild.
Well, looks like that.
That trap on the ground looks familiar. Check it out. Yep, that's one of Merrick's, all right. Uses them when he's too busy to stop at a proper inn. Let's keep going.
As they say in this time.
That camp looks promising. See what those papers are all about. Merrick went after the enemy by himself? That spot on the map. It's north of here.
Okay.
You there? I could use some help.
How about you tell my friend what happened here? Tread carefully, pal.
That Fighters Guild warrior was a storm of fury. Left me alive so I could tell some prince what happened here. But neither of you looks much like a prince to me.
Fighters Guild warrior. You mean Guildmaster Merrick? Tell us what happened here.
Revenge happened. We misjudged the Guildmaster's skill and his anger. He let me live when I renounced the Order of the Black Worm. What you call the Worm Cult made me swear to tell Princess Ah everything I know.
Princess sent me in this place. Tell me what you know.
I don't think so. Not quite yet. My pain is great. Get me something to ease my suffering. Then, I'll share what I know.
Pain is a great motivator. Say what you know, then we'll help you.
You bastard! The pain is too great. I'll pass out or die before I can tell you everything I know. And then where will you be? Please, help me. And we'll both get what we want.
I'm done discussing this. Talk now, or Scordo here will make your suffering worse.
All right, you bastards! I'm done with all this anyway. No promise of powers worth dying for. The Order of the Black Worm has returned to take vengeance on the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and all of Tamriel.
So where is Guildmaster Merrick now?
I told him that our leader, Mazama, had business with Magister Andrello at the Cold Moon Inn in Windhelm, but he left before I could tell him the rest. We have a new weapon. I don't know any details, but Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
Da, da, da.
This little worm claims he's renounced his evil ways. Guess I won't gut him like I planned. No Merrick yet, but feels like we're getting closer. Go over what we just learned.
The Worm Cult has returned to take vengeance on fighters and mages guilds and all of Tamriel.
The damn worm cult is really back. I thought they scattered after we stopped the plane meld. And you'd hear about a few remnants, but nothing significant. Not like this. And he said they had a new weapon. What the tusk is a soul reaper anyway?
The cultists said their leader had business with Magister Andrello at Goldmoon Inn.
That's in Windhelm, the stone building, right by the southern stables. How about you find this Magister, find out what business she has with Mazama, and if she's seen Merrick, I'll collect Wimi and wait for you outside the inn.
All right, I'll meet you outside after I talk to Magister.
I never expected the enemy to be the worm cult. Thought they were finished after we stopped the plane meld. Obviously, Merrick has a plan to crush them. Let's get to Windhelm and the Cold Moon Inn and see what this Magister can tell us.
Didn't we destroy the worm cult?
I thought so, pal. They were leaderless after you and the companions beat that evil bastard Manamarco. When our little trip to Cold Harbor stopped Molag Bal's plane meld, the worm cult should have died.
So, how are they still around?
I guess we forced them underground, but didn't squish them hard enough. Let's catch up with Merrick so we can do just that.
Yes.
Look for me outside after you talk to the Magister. I have a few more. Merrick came this way. You can tell by what he did.
Fewer people staring at me than I anticipated. What a strange time you live in.
So, there is the inn.
Heard you fought a fierce battle in Direfrost Keep, New Blood. Our brethren said they heard fierce storms
You should
raging
rest,
before
Magister
you
Andrello.
emerged.
That
Must
incident
have
has
been
you all
an
out of
epic
sorts.
battle.
You're not the usual serving wench. Where's the tonic I requested? I need something to settle my nerves. Oh, what else can befall me today? One more interruption and I'll never make it to Shornhelm on time.
Did you have business recently with someone named Mazema?
I have no idea who that might be. One moment I was about to board a coach to Shornhelm when a strange woman stopped me and looked deeply into my eyes. The next I was waking up here, feeling awful and very much put out.
What about Merrick of the Fighters Guild? Have you seen him?
That was the second interruption. Merrick spouted nonsense about the worm cult, even as my apprentice spouted nonsense about seeing me board the coach to Shornhelm while he was carrying me here. Merrick ran off, chasing after the coach, I presume.
So Merrick must be on his way to Shornhelm.
Apprentice, arrange another coach. We must be off after I finish my tonic. Where's that damn serving wench? A mage of my standing can't miss the meeting at the Mages Guild Hall. It would be unseemly. Forget I said that. There is no meeting.
Tell me more about the strange woman you interrupted. Who interrupted you?
She stepped out of the shadows and blocked my path as I walked to the coach. I remember her unsettling eyes as she stared at me. After that, I awoke in here. If she used some spell to take my form, she must be a powerful mage indeed.
Guess so.
Did you find the Magister, pal?
Yes, I did.
I think I demonstrated a lot of restraint, waiting out here and not going inside for an ale or two. Any luck finding Magister Andrello?
Yes, she met a strange woman and woke up inside, even as her apprentice watched her leave town.
That's a strange story. And the woman, it could have been Mazama. Did the Magister say anything about Guildmaster Merrick?
She told Merrick that someone who looked like her took the coach to Shornhelm. He went after.
Wait, Merrick's notes mentioned that the enemy was interested in Rivenspire. Shornhelm's in Rivenspire. What could the Worm Cult be after in that part of the world?
The Magister let slip that the Mages Guild is having some sort of meeting there.
And Razawir the Cultist told us the Worm Cult wants revenge on the Mages Guild as well as the Fighters Guild. This is bad. Let's get to the Shornhelm Mages Guild and try to catch up with Merrick.
Right. I'll meet you in Shornhelm.
If you need quick transport to Shornhelm's Mages Guild, take Weemy. I'm sure Prince Azar won't mind. And even if he did, he's not here to stop you. I'll send word to the little prince and meet you there. It's about time I punched something.
Why do you think Guildmaster Merrick is dealing with this on his own?
What, do I look like a mind reader to you? If I had to guess, he got word of this latest plot and he's been following it non-stop. No time to call for help when the Worm Cult apparently has a new weapon and plans to take revenge against the guilds.
And now the Guildmaster is heading to Shornhelm Mages Guild.
And we need to go help him. Sure, Merrick got the drop on a small camp of Worm Cultists, but they've already destroyed 4 of our guild halls. He's a great fighter, but whatever they have planned for Shornhelm might be too much even for him.
Indeed.
I appreciate the Fighters Guild coming to our aid, Prince Azar.
Comrade, Scordo, I came as soon as I received your message.
Gabriel! Azar! The Worm Cult is going to attack the Mages Guild!
They're already here. Merrick arrived before you and the Prince. He ran down to help.
The attack's begun and Merrick ran down there? Damn! Tell Gabriel what we learned, but be quick about it!
It's good to see you, friend. But we have a situation. Somehow assailants infiltrated a private meeting beneath the guild hall and caught some of our most influential mages unawares. Merrick arrived and raced to help, but... Did Scordo say Worm Cult?
Yes, the Order of the Black Worm is back and seeking revenge against the Fighters and Mages Guilds.
How can that... We eradicated them, didn't we? A threat of this magnitude must be crushed swiftly. The mages and Merrick can use our help. Can I count on you to join the fight?
Those Worm Cult bastards think they know death. I'll show them the true meaning of the word.
A little on the dark side, but I totally understand the sentiment. I've dealt with the Worm Cult before myself.
Yes.
The door to the underground chambers is right over there. Be careful.
Go, comrade. We need to help the guild master.
Okay,
Let's look for Guildmaster Merrick, but be ready to take down any cultists you see. Just like at our guild hall, no obvious sign of force.
That Fighters Guild war. He sliced through the attackers and ran farther in.
The Mages Guild built all this under Shornhelm? No one that? Hurry. Through those doors ahead. Look, across the chasm. Guildmaster Merrick, the Worm Cult has him. Let my mentor go, foul creature!
Stop, mortal! The Soul Reaper is not yet stable!
Merrick! No! That explosion! Stendar, preserve him! Merrick was caught in the blast!
A dead mortal's appearance is no good to me. Come, we're done here.
As you wish, Mizama.
No! Merrick can't be dead! We need to reach him! Stendar, please! Merrick can't be dead! He just can't! By the gods! Merrick! Merrick's dead. By the swords of my forefathers, I will make the Worm Cult pay.
I came as quick as I... Oh no. Merrick. The Magisters. What happened?
Merrick destroyed the Worm Cult device. It exploded and killed him. Comrade, please. Search the area and gather Guildmaster Merrick's weapons. Merrick would polish that shield for... That was his father's sword. Merrick wielded it proudly. You found something. Let me see.
I'll teleport the remains of that horrid device upstairs for study.
What a loss. Merrick was our leader. My mentor. Practically a father to me since I joined the Fighters Guild. Thank you for gathering his sword and shield. Strange, though, that a Daedra was leading these worm cultists. What was that note you found?
One of the cultists must have dropped it. It's a summons for them to gather at Worm Nest.
Let me see. A worm cult nest on Rivenspire's northern coast? Stendar blesses us with another foolish enemy, quick to put their plans to paper. First, however, we must go to the Fighters Guild Hall in Shornhelm. Tell Scordo what befell Merrick.
Use the nearby doors to leave. When you assault the worm nest, the mages...
I will stay close to you, Tamit. I do not wish to lose my way. You tire of walking? Ha! Very well.
Little slow, are you?
Prince Huzzah, the guild hall's on high alert. I was about to lead a contingent of fighters to the Mages Guild.
The battle's over, Scordo. Guildmaster Merrick is... dead.
What? Not Merrick? Hey, pal, tell me what happened. That can't be right. What Prince Huzzah said. Merrick can't be dead. Tell me this is some sort of bad joke, pal.
It's true. Merrick saved the Mages Guild and destroyed the Soul Reaper. He died when it exploded.
Those Tuscan bastards! I came back here to rally the troops, but I should have gone down there with you! I could have saved Merrick, damn it! This is bad. What's the guild gonna do without its guildmaster? And at a time like this?
Scordo, Focus. Here's Merrick's sword and shield. Gabriel took care of his body.
Oh, right, of course. Merrick loved these. They were family heirlooms. He was proud to wield them in service to the greater good. He was always spouting nonsense like that. All right. Tell me that you and the prince have a plan to make someone pay.
We learned that there is a worm nest close by on the coast of northern Rivenspire.
Guildmaster Merrick is really dead, Scordo. I don't know how we're going to stop the worm cult without him. Scordo's correct. This is bad. How are we going to stop Mazama and the worm cult without Guildmaster Merrick to guide us?
We have to do something, Princessa.
I hear your words, but my mind is a storm of emotions. Merrick, my friend, my mentor, he died and I couldn't save him. I wasn't even at his side. I wasn't there to help him when he needed me the most. Stendarr, help me. I don't know what to do.
Snap out of it, Azar. So, show me some courage and avenge your fallen comrades.
You dare speak to a prince of the realm like that? Using harsh words to ignite the fires of anger? And burn away the depression that was dampening my resolve. Well done. We may have lost Merrick, but we're not done yet. Thank you for reminding me.
Of course, Prince Azar.
Your words were like a raging fire in the forest, incinerating the despair that was strangling my soul. Before we take action, I want to commend you and reward you for your service, and ask that you stay to finish this with us. For Merrick.
Sir?
Your strong reproach made me realize that the world doesn't stop just because someone we respected and cared about is no longer with us. We know who the enemy is and where to find them. The time has come to take the battle to the worm cult.
What's the plan, Prince Azar?
The note we discovered talked about a worm nest on the northern coast of Rivenspire. We must gather our forces, storm their lair, and deal with the worm cult leader, Mazama.
The note could have been left there as a trap.
Perhaps, but I don't think so. Everything happened quickly after Merrick destroyed the Soul Reaper and Mazama retreated. The job I hired you for ended when we found Merrick. But I'd like to extend your employment. Help us assault the worm cult nest.
I'll help you destroy Worm Cult Nest and defeat Mazama.
Pardon the interruption. Vanus Galarian would like to talk to you. He's right outside.
The leader of the Magus Guild? His assistance could be crucial to destroying the Welcome, Vanus. We're glad to be working alongside you and your guild again.
There's no time for niceties, Azar. You there, come speak to me. A pleasure to see you again, friend, despite the dire circumstances. Thank you for purging our sanctum of the worm cult infestation. Reliable as ever, I see. Please, describe everything you experienced during the attack. Spare no detail.
The Daedra Mazama led the attack. She tried to cast a spell on Merrick, but it failed and he died.
Yes. Gabriel called Mazama snake-like. My extensive knowledge of Daedra tells me that she's likely a harvester, known for their illusion magic. I suspect that's how she got into our sanctum undetected. Tell me, how did Merrick die?
Merrick broke free of the spell and attacked the Soul Reaper. It exploded and killed him.
Merrick was a great warrior, but also reckless. Attacking an unknown arcane device. Clearly a miscalculation. An intact Soul Reaper would have revealed more than the shards we recovered. Had he waited for you to intervene, he might still be alive.
Uh, I chose this route. Merrick died to save your guild hall. Show little compassion, you arrogant wit.
Compassion has no place in events of this magnitude. How does a single life compare to hundreds, nay, thousands at stake from the worm cult machinations? I mourn Merrick's loss, but the facts remain the same. Now, where is the worm cult nest?
On the northern coast of Rivenspire, in a cove near the lighthouse.
I know that lighthouse well, and am aware of a cove to the south. Let me mark it on your map. We'll meet you there after I conclude my business with Prince Azar and Skordo. No guild can function without a guild master. Not even the Fighters Guild.
What other business do you have with Prince Azar and Skordo?
Isn't it obvious? With Merrick dead, someone needs to take the reins of the Fighters Guild until their ponderously slow council can select a new guild master. Since they're in the thick of it, Skordo and Prince Azar are the most likely candidates.
And you can appoint one of them as a leader of the Fighters Guild.
Certainly not, and I wouldn't presume. But in this time of trouble, we need a stable and functioning Fighters Guild to stand against the worm cult. Prince Azar has leadership training and was taught by Guildmaster Merrick. He's the clear choice.
What have you been up since we last met, Vanus?
What haven't I been up to? I am Tamriel's greatest living mage, after all. I had just started to get inclinations that the worm cult might not be as finished as we thought when word reached me about the attacks on the guild halls. I am beyond annoyed.
Any thoughts about the Soul Reapers?
Just that I wish we had an intact one to study. They've been appearing throughout the land at sites where the worm cult is engaging in hostile actions. Ever since Manamarco started his Order of the Black Worm, they've been nothing but trouble.
Yes.
The Fighters Guild requires leadership. I suggest Prince Azar take command until your council can select a new guildmaster.
He's right, Azar. And you know the rest of the guild is more likely to follow you than they are me.
As much as I want to be there with you, I see the wisdom in Varnus's words. I'll stay behind to command the guild.
Lend a helping hand?
The little prince...
Okay.
Let us move.
No screeching. Pharaoh, Raven and her bandit.
Damn worms don't make finding their nest easy.
Keep looking. The nest must be here somewhere. Ah! The nest entrance. Let's head... I suggest we split our forces. We'll draw less attention and hurry our search for Mazama.
Good call. We'll go west. You and our friend head north.
I sense illusion magic beyond the crumbled wall. Find the source. Yes, there's something here. I'll dispel the illusion. A hidden journal. Intriguing. What does it say?
Okay.
Ah! A means to deactivate the Soul Reapers. But where do they funnel souls to? Let's keep searching.
Well, most probably to Cold Harbor. Just saying.
How deep have these disgusting worms burrowed? Look! Past the gate! Captives from the Mages Guild!
Resist if you want. We take your soul either way.
The device siphons their souls! Horrid death. We must destroy that Soul Reaper. Destroy that abomination! Tear out its core as the journal described. Excellent. They can be destroyed without triggering a fatal explosion.
Yeah, looks like
Now
it.
that I witnessed a Soul Reaper firsthand, the scope of the danger becomes quite clear. This goes beyond the threat to the fighters and mages guilds. But what is the Worm Cult's ultimate goal?
You must have some notion about what the Worm Cult truly wants.
I have contended with the Worm Cult longer than anyone. Based on previous encounters, they usually seek something disastrous. The more information we learn down here, the better. I sense illusion magic nearby. Let's search this room for its source.
Sir?
The illusion is behind that altar, along the wall. What can we learn from this scroll?
Okay.
A singular focus on the destruction of every living being. They must be stopped. Our search continues. By the stars, so many Reapers. They could blanket all of Tamriel. Fighters Guild contingent, all dead. Wait. Let me take a look at that sword. It's Scordo's blade, all right. I'd know his tough, stubborn aura anywhere, and the sword reeks of it. He wouldn't have parted with his weapon, not unless he had no choice. Our task now shifts from gathering information to rescuing Scordo the Knife.
How do we find Scordo?
By doing something reckless. We must split up. I suspect time is of the essence, and I won't see another member of the Fighters Guild fall this day. Take the eastern hallway, and be careful. Illusions abound in this place.
Okay.
More cult bastards ambushed us! Come help me, pal!
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm planning to do.
Scordo! You're injured!
No, Varnus! I'm over here! That's not me!
Arrogant mage. My master demands your presence.
Dragging Varnus into a portal!
The great mage does not fall easily!
You can't have him, creature!
Protect the staff!
First the mage's head, next the fighter's heart.
Uh-oh,
Varnus
Spaghetti-O.
is gone. Mazama took him.
Yeah, let's figure this out, pal. Mazama ambushed me, cast a spell and I blacked out. I woke up feeling wrung dry, like how you described Magister Andrello. I guess that's what it feels like when the snake takes your appearance.
She used your appearance to trick us and capture Vanus.
Yeah, but I think she's planning more than that. Did you hear what she said about the fighter's heart? But what do I know? I can't even keep my friends safe. It's all falling apart, pal. I don't think we're gonna beat the worms this time.
Yes, we will. You want to be a coward, Scordo. Be my guest. Give up if you want, but get out of my way.
Coward? Give up? Who the tusk said anything about that? I may have had a moment here, but I owe Merrick his justice. We don't stop until I hear Daedric bones snap. Let's ask Gabrielle to open a portal. I need to clear my head. Then, we go hunting.
Well, that's
How do
the
you
spirit.
feel about a portal, Gabrielle?
Of course. One portal to Shornhelm's Mages Guild coming up.
About Vanus.
No apologies, Scordo. We'll get Vanus.
Tell me, what happened? Where's Vanus?
I'll let our friend fill you in. I need to think.
I came as soon as I received Gabrielle's summons, just in time to see you all return. But where's Vanus? And why do Gabrielle and Scordo look so haggard? What happened at that worm nest, comrade?
Vanus and I discovered a way to safely destroy the Soul Reapers. And we know their specific purpose.
We can destroy the Soul Reapers without unleashing a killing explosion? That's excellent news. I can't wait to hear the details. But what do they actually do? And by the swords of my forefathers, tell me what happened to Vanus.
The Reapers steal souls. The cult has enough to cover Tamriel. As for Vanus, Mezema captured him.
Mizama and the Worm Cult captured Vanus Galarian, the leader of the Mages Guild and the greatest mage alive? You probably should have led with that, comrade. First Merrick, now Vanus. By Stendarr's beard, what other disasters can befall us?
Mizama took Scordo's form and said, first the mage's head, next the fighter's heart, and as she left.
The mage's head obviously refers to Vanus. As for the fighter's heart, she already killed Merrick. I'm just a temporary substitute for the duration of this crisis. What could she... Set's tears! She means to attack the Earthforge!
Merrick and I forged a weapon at the Earthforge once.
Merrick told me about that. You destroyed the Mortum Vivicus with the weapon, yes? So you know the power of the Earthforge. Mizama can look like anyone, and she currently wears Scordo's form. She can walk right in. We need to get there now.
Yes.
I can open a portal to the Earthforge. Then Prince Azah and I have our own task to attend to.
We do. What can be more important than defending the Earthforge and stopping Mizama?
Moloch's jawbone! Let's talk fresh and blood.
Okay, okay, let's talk to Scardo.
Look at what Mazama and her worms have done! More of my comrades dead! I wanna gut every last worm and leave them drowning in their own blood! This is my fault. All my fault.
What do you mean, Scardo? Mizema and the worm cult are to blame.
Sure, but I let myself get captured. Let Mazama use her illusion magic on me. You saw how she pretended to be me to capture Vanus. My guess is she's using the same trick here to infiltrate the Earthforge.
It seems likely, but there may still be time to say whoever is still alive deeper inside.
Yeah, optimism. I suppose we need that right about now. Princess Oz gonna want an intact fighters guild to lead after Gabrielle and him convince the three alliances to join forces. That means it's up to us to save whoever's still alive here.
How do you want to proceed?
With extreme prejudice. Kill every worm cultist that crosses our path. Destroy those damn Soul Reapers. And then find Mazama and send her back to whatever oblivion pit she crawled out of. Let's get moving!
Sure. Okay.
More Soul Reapers! Destroy them! It's an infestation!
Just say.
Faster, pal! As long as Mazama's pretending to be me, my guildmates are dying!
This time.
I don't remember these corridors being so dismal. There! That's me! I mean, not me! Mazama! Get her!
Yes, they are inside him. So.
I won, mortal. I shattered your guild. Killed or captured your leader. The Order of the Black Worm is victorious! Gaze into my eyes. Succumb to my illusion. Annoying mortal! Destroying me won't stop our master's plan!
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Well done, friend. You made Mazama pay for Merrick and all the deaths she caused.
And it looks like the worms didn't get all my guildmates. That's something at least.
Good job taking down Mazama, but we're not safe yet. As Prince Azah and I were meeting with representatives of the three alliances, we received reports of Soul Reapers and Worm Cult attack squads appearing across Tamriel. It's bad out there.
So you convinced the three alliances to join together to combat the worm cult again?
Not exactly. Prince Azah and I were able to get the alliances to send ambassadors to Sturk, the same island where Ivanis forged the agreement to attack Cold Harbor. But we're far from reaching such an agreement again. Frankly, we could use your help.
What do you need me to do?
Take my portal to Sturk and talk to your Alliance's ambassador. Convince them that the worm cult threat is real, and we need to work together to stop it. Prince Azah and I will lean on the other two and do the same.
All right. I'll talk to my Alliance's ambassador on Sturk.
I left the Alliance ambassadors alone on Sturk with Prince Azah. Let's go try to convince them.
Okay. This character hasn't been on Sturk for over 10 years.
Did you explain the stakes? We need the three alliances to cooperate.
We got them to come to Sturk. That's
Why?
a start. Now we just need to make them see reason.
Ambassadors, please! You must listen!
Those attacks in Oradon. Prince Azar says it's the worm cult.
What does it matter? We can't fight wars in both Cyrodiil and our sovereign territory.
Prince Azar said Gabrielle was bringing the hero who uncovered this plot. Let's hear them out.
Gabrielle tells a compelling tale of necromancy and Daedric cults. But I am not yet convinced that the Pact is truly in danger. Why don't you elaborate on why I should believe that the worm cult has returned and is a significant threat to the land?
The worm cult has returned. They have launched attacks through Tamriel with the Zone Reaper devices.
Are you certain it's a resurrected worm cult, and not just the work of an insignificant handful of fanatics who refuse to accept defeat? Surely they can't be a threat to the powerful Ebonheart Pact?
4 fighters guild halls have destroyed. Merrick was killed and the Vanus Galarian has been captured.
That explains the obvious concern displayed by Prince Azar and Gabrielle. Perhaps this threat is more dire than I anticipated. I'll bring this information to my superiors right away.
Sir.
I'm sure I speak for my fellow diplomats when I say we will pass on the
I grew up around men,
but can make no promises.
Vanus' staff. It's reacting to you, friend. Reach out and see what happens. This isn't my doing. Vanus' staff seems to have a mind of its own. Take a closer look. Vanus!
Listen, everyone. My time is short. You must hear what I have to say. Let us speak! I am very much relieved that my spell succeeded and reached you. And I see you've gathered the alliances. Good, good. Needless to say, the worm cult captured me. My spell won't last long, so listen closely to my instructions.
We are listening.
Mizama teleported me and locked me in a cell. Reminds me of Cold Harbor, but also it doesn't. A problem for later. Listen, the Soul Reapers are just the start. The worm cult has a hidden nest. It's amassing forces to launch a devastating attack.
A hidden nest? Where?
My guards mentioned an isolated island called Solstice. If I learn more, I'll contact you again. But you must convince the alliances. They must join with the guilds again to stop this threat. If not, the worm cult will bring death to all of Nirn.
Yes.
If even the great Vanus Galarian is worried about this threat, we have to act. Now!
There's no time to waste, comrade. Come, let us speak. Between your efforts and Vanus' message, the Alliance ambassadors finally seem willing to throw us their support. And from what Vanus told us, I suspect we'll need it. A rescue must wait. The threat hiding on Solstice is our first priority.
So, what now, Prince Azar?
Just as the alliances, guilds, and heroes of Tamriel joined forces on Sturk to end the plane meld, we must do so again to stop the worm cult on Solstice. Your actions were instrumental in revealing this threat. I hope we can count on you again.
Yes. But I'm pretty sure that that doesn't happen yet. I bet it happens somewhere at the beginning of June, around there. Okay.
It's clear now. We need to work together if we're to have any hope of defeating the worm cult.
Agreed. We must report back to our superiors and rally our forces.
And what should we call this newfound camaraderie?
How about the Sturk Fellowship? This island has a habit of being part of these things.
Okay. So that was Season of Worm Cult's prologue quest, and looks like they are. Zos is quite heavily going, which we kind of knew already, to the basic, to beginning. But let's see how this mines-driven mud grab looks like. There. Well, it's a mud grab. So, I guess this story continues in a little over a month. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on next one. Bye.